Hello everyone, all hope in a very, very wonderful, great and very, very much of a beautiful day indeed, guys. As you can see, guys, today the gardening people are actually here, so you might actually be receiving more loud noises from the background as well. But despite that, guys, I'm actually here to talk about our next supervillain and also here to talk about our next supervillain. And also, I'm very grateful for your support, guys, in watching and in viewing my episodes from shorts and from long videos, and especially from TikTok as well. So, superly grateful from all of you guys from both sizes to YouTube and also from TikTok. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also please keep watching and keep viewing as much as possible as you can. Your support gratefully truly means a lot to me, from YouTube and from TikTok shorts and from long videos and from TikTok as well. Truly means a lot to me. May God bless you all, and may He stay with you and protect you all from everything else and guide you all from everything else you're doing. And also may we remain with you, may we also remain with you and also be with you in everything else you're doing, in pursuing your dreams and goals as well. Have a wonderful, blessed day. On today's on today's episode, we're to speak about Amanda Darkest, who is a supervillain and also a descendant of the Darkest family of the Four Nation Hunters as well, who is a supervillain and also a descendant of the Darkest family of the Four Nation Hunter as well, and also a founder and a leader of a secret group that she's managed to reform during the early years of her life as well, during the early years and the course of her life as well, which is known by Shade Light, a group that is quietly dedicated with the sole goal and purpose of saving worlds and planets from the ancient secret society of supervillain known as the Dark Order, that's quietly founded and led by Red Bolt, who is the current leader and monarch of the original Shadow Empire at this stage, and who's using the Shadow Empire's resources and power to conquer many worlds and planets and civilization across the sacred universe and across the sacred world. And he has formed a powerful recent alliance with the Star Prince, who's also a leader of the Star Empire and a founder and a leader of this ancient secret society known as the Dark Star. Let's begin. In Amanda Darkest's early life, she was quietly born and raised from the orphanages of the sacred world, from the orphanages of the sacred world of the Four Nation Hunters, where she was actually given much credibility, in harnessing her great intelligence and her strategic intelligence, and also in harnessing her greater abilities of her strategic intelligence, and also her abilities in tactician, and also her abilities of organizing and orchestrating events. During at that time, Amanda Darkest decided to leave the Four Nation Hunter orphanages, the Four Nation Hunter Orphanages Institute, in order to pursue her goals and her mission. During which at that time, the Four Nation Hunters never exactly heard of Amanda Darkness or quietly seen of Amanda Darkness when she decided to actually disappear, and she was never again heard from. During the following years, Amanda Darkness's name never exactly resurfaced towards the sacred world. She quietly decided to remain anonymous, and also to become an anonymous ghost of the darkest Four Nation Hunter family, of the darkest Four Nation Hunter family of Four Nation Hunters, which is also part of the Great Descendants as well, which also makes her one of the greatest descendants. But she discovered that she did not possess the powers and the ability of the darkest Four Nation Hunter, of the darkest Four Nation Hunter family abilities, his greatest powers and abilities and sets of supernatural powers and ability that she only possesses of Four Nation Hunters. She only possesses the Four Nation Hunter's original supernatural abilities, such as super limping, being invisible, able to exactly hide her body from any supernatural force of evil, and also the ability of super strength and super speed and super hearing, and the ability of wielding Four Nation Hunter daggers, blades, weapons, and swords at will, which is swordsmanship and also marksmanship. And she's very skilled with guns and ST grenades as well, which makes her the very deadliest foe and enemy across the sacred world. During the following years, Amanda Darkest decided to resurface to the human world under a different name known as Amanda Light in order to conceal her true identity from humanity and from the forces of the sacred world, which were exactly also operating in different aliases and in different name as well. During at that time, Amanda Darkest decided Amanda Light, or no, Amanda Light, known as Amanda Darkest in her true name, decided in order to exactly see what was happening inside the human world, where she worked in hand hand with the human government in order to capture and detain the superhumans who are becoming a greater threat to the human race and to the rest of human existence. Over time, Amanda Light became very resourceful with human resources as she became a high ranking member of the human government and also able to analyze also in helping them specializing in superhuman abilities in order to create an army of super soldiers that would exactly protect and defend human countries and cities, and especially planet Earth from alien invasions and from mysterious alien invasions and attacks that would exactly take place as well, sooner or rather than later. During at that time, Amanda Light discovered that she can also exactly make a very perfect example as she was quietly approached by a powerful figure known as Professor War, who quietly gave her an intriguing proposition and offer that she could also become a very much of a very much of a powerful, prestigious member and a warden of a supernatural prison known as the Astro Prison, which is a prison designed to house powerful super criminals and deadly dark druids, witches, faithful and evil warlords and evil warlords and warlocks and evil warlords and warlocks and evil warlocks and warlords and supervillains and deadly threats that wreak havoc across the known universe and across the rest of sacred existence and across the rest of the sacred world. Amanda Darkest decided to accept or her true alias name, Amanda Light, decided to accept the proposition of Professor War to becoming a very high ranking warden to the Astro Prison, which she gladly accepted as well. On the on the 20th of March, Amanda Light began her mission and her work as she introduces herself to the super criminals of the sacred world, telling them that she's nothing but a warden and but a very grand warden, and that her law is quietly final and also quietly brutal as well. Unaware to Amanda Light that Professor War was a very powerful, high-ranking member of an ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Founders, with the sole goal and dedication to controlling humanity and manipulating events from behind the scenes in order for them to remain the sole rulers of the cosmos and of the rest of the sacred universe as well. Despite that, Amanda Light exactly informed the super criminals that she's in charge and that she'll be the one exactly try to maintaining law and order to the Astro Prison, given the fact of everything else taking place as well. On the on the 15th of April, Amanda Light was exactly going through the prison logbooks in order to see which supernatural candidates she can exactly recruit for a supernatural team, which can also help her in a long-term mission and goals to protecting humanity and the rest of humankind from deadly, powerful, evil forces of evil. And she was able to exactly see that there are more powerful, deadliest threats that can exactly be very coerced into joining forces with her or forced into joining forces with her by any means necessary. And she discovered that they can easily be persuaded as well. On the 29th of May, Amanda Light wasn't exactly at the central hall of the Astro Prisons of the Astro Prisons top 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 classified century building where there were powerful ancient statue figures of the King of Darkness and of the Dark Sisters and of the sacred founders and of the sacred shadowy founder who was rumored to be a powerful dark myth as well, where she met up with the most four powerful, ruthless, supernatural and alien and superhumans and Coronation Hunter criminals who wreaked havoc across the sacred world for many, many years and upon mankind as well. Amanda reintroduces herself in a different name by telling them her true identity, known as Amanda Darkest. She exactly told these criminals that they have a choice to either join forces with her or to secretly collaborate with her, or they can either remain in the astral prison for all time and for all eternity. If they decide to join forces with her, they will have to do things the way she exactly planned them, and they have to follow her every order. If they refuse to do that, she will exactly mysteriously, voluntarily kill them out of spite to make an example of the group that she previously exactly recorded them. Regardless of the less, the alien she recruited is a powerful, formidable super criminal, and the superhuman she recruited is a deadly, deadly super criminal who has wreaked havoc across the alien worlds for many, many, many years. And the druid she previously exactly recruited was a powerful, dark magic user who was practically one of the followers of the goddess of power known as a witch of power, Amber, who was also mysteriously taken into custody, and the Dark Seeker as well, who was also as well a follower of Amber, the goddess of power, known by another name, the Witch of Power, and as well as a powerful rogue formation hunter who wanted nothing but chaos and destruction, and also a former member of the Shadow Force as well. Despite that, the four of them completely agreed that they would gladly join forces with Amanda Darkest in order to aid her on her respective missions and goals, and regardless of the less, Amanda Darkest was very successfully pleased that these four criminals have decided to join forces with her. Regardless of her conditions and understanding her conditions and terms, they exactly decided to join forces with her and to secretly collaborate with her on that day as well. On the 29th of June, Amanda Darkest dispatched her team, known as the Shady Light, on an alien world in order to recover very powerful, destructive technology which could hold the key to balancing the war and the equation. By doing so, her team evidently performed well during also fighting up against the mysterious fighting up against the mysterious obstacles of the aliens of the rogue alien mechs and creatures that were controlled by the mini aliens who quietly ordered them to destroy these four powerful individual criminals. And the four powerful individual criminals combined their expertise and their skills sets and their powers and their abilities all together to defeat these alien mechs that are fully controlled by the mini aliens who are ordered in order to take and grab the technology. But the mission quietly took a very much of a darker, powerful turn on the alien world's jungle world, when the little aliens detonated a powerful alien tech bomb to destroying the four powerful, formidable criminals, which they were able to voluntarily survive during the explosion. And Amanda Darkest exactly came out of nowhere in order to help fight against the obstacles that were actually standing in the way. They took and required the golden crystal, or rather the golden diamond, which was a valuable object that came from the golden universe and stolen from the golden masters many, many centuries ago during the ancient times of the war. How it was stolen from the golden masters and from the golden universe and ended up to the sacred universe remains a mystery to all forces and to all beings. Regardless of the last, Amanda Darkest didn't care how the golden crystal or the golden diamond ended up in the sacred universe, or how it mysteriously ended up in the sacred universe, and how it was stolen from the golden universe and from the golden masters, and it magically reappeared from the alien jungles of the sacred world. Now it ended up in her custody. She didn't care, nevertheless, how it ended up here in the sacred universe and on the alien worlds and planets, but she wanted to obtain it and also to reacquire it as well. On the 17th of July, Amanda Darkest and the rest of her super criminals, and the rest of her super criminal group known as Shady Light began exactly understanding the golden crystal's power and also its ancient abilities and compatible abilities. Regardless of the last, Amanda Darkest told the rest of her forces that this crystal is off site and it must remain under their custody by any means necessary, especially with its secrets and its powers that it possesses are too destructive to allow it to fall into the wrong hands and into the most powerful, dangerous hands, as they all completely agreed that that's exactly what they will actually do as well. On the 24th of August, Amanda Darkest returned to the Astro prison in order to confront Rex, who is a water hero and a member of the Universal Heroes. When Rex exactly told Amanda Darkest he knows about her secret top she knows about her secret top group known as Shady Light that was quietly recently involved in a recent attack on the other alien worlds and jungle in order for them to obtain and acquire the golden diamond or the golden crystal, which they were able to find. And regardless of the last, Rex exactly told Amanda Darkest to stay out of the sacred worlds problems and wars and conflicts which have no issues, which have no effect or any beneficial to her. In other words, Amanda Darkest exactly told Rex that the sacred world's problems are also her problems, and that its wars and conflicts solely benefit her because she's a member of the sacred society and of the hidden world's wars and problems and conflict, and because she was solely born from it, and she's also a descendant of the darkest Four-Nation Hunter clan as well, that was rumored to be extinct many centuries ago as well. Regardless of the last, Rex exactly asked Amanda Darkest why is she revealing her true identity and as well telling her about her plans and her true intentions. Amanda Darkest told Rex that if he exposes her secret, she will also expose his secret. And she also told Rex that she's not the only one that'll be losing much more than the Universal Heroes, who are practically will be the one losing so much more than she is. And regardless of the other point, she has the advantage and she has the leverage that the Universal Heroes are also exactly don't have against her. And regardless of the lie, she also pointed out that she has way more to lose than the Universal Heroes, which also have so much more to lose regardless of that. And she gave Rex a very quietly incentive thought that if he exactly exposes her secret group to humanity, she will also expose the sacred world's conflicts and wars and battles to humanity as well, making sure that the unknown world, the hidden unknown world and universe will be facing a multiple wars from humanity that will be also be creating a very powerful distortion of an extinction annihilation towards the supernatural and aliens and superhumans community that already been that of the alien race and the superhuman race that are well known to humanity, except the supernaturals that are unknown to mankind, will also be exposed when she releases a very damn well evidence and a footage of these creatures that are also unknown to mankind, will also be exposed and be forced to be exterminated on sight for what they are actually being. Regardless of the Rex exactly told Amanda Darkest that he will not exactly expose her secret operation or any of her team, that she will also decide to keep her secret as long as she promises to keep the Universal Heroes and the true mission and purpose in protecting mankind and the sacred world and the sacred universe from all sinister threats and from all forces of evil. Amanda Darkest completely agreed with Rex, then that is what she'll actually do as well, as long as the both of them stay out of each other's personal affairs and business and with each other's ways. That she'll actually be able to do as well. The both of them actually shook hands and also remarked that they are both on even odds, despite regardless of the last that the both of them exactly share an even goal, or rather an opposite goal of their respective missions as well. On the 29th of September, Amanda Darkest was able to reconvene with the members of Shady Light on another secret top basis of operation, where she was able to tell them that it's time for them to take up the battle against the most powerful forces of evil, known as the ancient secret society of supervillains, known as the Dark Order. That's quietly led and founded by Red Bolt, who's the most powerful supervillain and one of the greatest forces of evil that the sacred world has never yet faced or quietly exactly been able to go up against due to the intergalactic coalition fighting up against the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders. Red Bolt is one of the greatest threats that poses a greater threat to humanity and to the rest of the known universe's worlds and planets, and that they have to take him down and completely wipe him out. The members of Shady Light begin to exactly ask themselves, how is a small group of super criminals going to take down a powerful ancient force of evil that has more powerful resources and very greater resources and powerful associate and allies across the known worlds and across the sacred world, who's highly connected who's highly connected to human resources, and also who possesses more powerful influences, who possesses the greatest influence and connections towards the human world and towards the sacred world and towards the sacred universe, and who's one of the deadliest and who's recently formed a formidable alliance with the Star Prince and with the Star Empire, combining his resources, with combining the Shadow Empire's resources with the Star Empire resources, makes him too indestructible and also too powerful. Amanda Dark has exactly enlightened her team and told her team that they won't be targeting Red Bolt's true power source of power. They'll be targeting his operation systems, such as the Shadow Empire factories, and the Shadow Empire's base of operations and coordinates, and also the Shadow Empire's most powerful ancient source of power, which is rumored to be known as Shadow Energy. Once they've destroyed that, the Shadow Empire won't have any reason to supply, or rather gather, or rather harvest, or extract shadow energy and light energy from many worlds and planets, and many other star systems and worlds and planets across the known universe. And that in doing so will also halt the extraction and the harvest from gathering more of shadow energy, and light energy in a process. Despite that, the four super criminals were very quietly enlightened as they decided to proceed forward with the plan. As the Dark Seeker began to ask Amanda Darkest what's the first step of the plan. Amanda Darkest began to tell her team that this is what the first step of the plan is, and it's time for them to actually move forward with it right away. On the 20th of October, the shady light exactly moved on another operation in order to move on a very, very powerful destructive Shadow Empire factory, which was quietly harvesting much of powerful doses of shadow energy that was quietly halted on a that was quietly exactly contained in a very much of a powerful containers of shadow energy. And the four powerful super criminals destroyed the entire factory, meaning all of it one by one after the other. They destroyed all the remnant sources of shadow energy in one fell swoop and destroyed them all completely and wiping them out resultantly, and the factory remained destroyed after the others. On the 29th of November, the group of Shady Light continued its next operation as it destroyed the Shadow Empire factory across planet after planet, world after world, hidden after nation, from sacred nations, lands, and planets and civilizations, lands, and other worldly worlds and planets and civilization. On the 16th of December, the group of Shadow Light continued to destroying the Shadow Empire's factory on the other alien worlds and jungle, which they managed to deliver a very swiftly blow across world by world, planet by planet, cutting the Shadow Empire's power source right at the source in order to disable and neutralize the power source right at the source, right at the heart and at the source of a power source completely. On the 20th of January, the Amanda Darkest was able to reconvene with a group of super criminals on another different basis of location. And despite that, her group of super criminals were very happy that they remained victorious and that they were able to destroy and crush the Shadow Empire's factories and facilities across the known worlds and across the other worlds and planets. Amanda Dawkins was able to create a powerful holographic hologram in order to show her group of super criminals that their mission is exactly far from over, that their true purpose and target now is to targeting the most powerful asset of all, is to destroy the Shadow Empire's darkest and most powerful dark crystals that have been wielded and controlled by the most powerful Shadow Empire warlords and commanders within the center of the sacred universe and on the other worlds that are under their sole control. The group exactly begin to question themselves how they're going to pull this mission off. Amanda Darkest exactly explained the plan and the logical plan towards it as she was able to orchestrate a movement of a plan in order to get to their true target as well. On the 29th of February, the group of Shady Light exactly entered towards the greatest Shadow Empire technological dark temple, which was quietly in the middle of the planet, which was quietly in the middle of the alien planets, jungles, and worlds, and which was quietly in the middle of the aliens planets, jungles, and worlds and civilization. And they began to destroy began to destroy the dark crystals and every type of all of it completely. Before they were able to exactly begin to destroying the dark crystals, the super criminals discovered that within the dark crystals were powerful, dark, mysterious monsters of trolls, creatures that were quietly remained that have been quietly remained literally asleep for centuries and for many years. And they decided to show this to Amanda Dawkins. Amanda Dawkins told her team to move there and to also to continue to destroying the dark crystals and the rest of them, except for the monsters that are completely remaining, that have been completely remaining dormant, that are completely remaining dormantly asleep for many centuries as well. On the 20th of March, Amanda Dawkins began her full research and her ancient research about the King of Darkness, who had the most powerful, amazing, greatest dark ability of manipulating darkness and shadow at will, which was one of the most powerful dark magical ability, and that she discovered that the King of Darkness wanted to plunge the sacred forest into eternal darkness so he can actually rule it and control it. After that, he disappeared and was never again heard from or seen from again as well. During at the time, Amanda Dawkins learned that the King of Darkness was very ambitious and totally cruel and very heartless and very ruthless and a merciless dark magical being that wanted nothing but more power and more destruction towards the sacred world's forest and towards the sacred world's enchanted forest and mystical worlds and planets in order for him to remain the sole rulers of those worlds, of those magical worlds and planets for himself as well. On the 10th of April, Amanda Dawkins began to reconvene with her group of Shady Light on one of her bases of operation and exactly told them that their sole mission and purpose has now taken a different turn. It's for them to discover more about Red Bolt's future plans and goals in order to stop his goals before they can easily bear fruition. One of the alien criminals exactly told Amanda Dawkins that Red Bolt has formed a powerful, formidable alliance with the Star Prince, which makes him more powerful and more deadly and more very destructive, which means, in other words, he has more powerful resources and greater resources in order to wiping out anyone else who stands in his way or anyone else who dare pose a threat to his goals. Regardless of the less, Amanda Dawkins told the team of her super criminals that they still exactly have a chance due to the Universal and the Intergalactic Coalition's interference in thwarting the Dark Order's operation and plans and other goals, which could still exactly help them to cut through to Red Bolt's true secretive operation and his goals and the Star Empire's operation and goals in order to exactly neutralize them from the inside and to destroy them from within. That will further destabilize the Shadow Empire and the Star Empire's alliance from within by destroying them from exactly within, not from the outside. Then they will appear from the outside and crushing the enemy from the outside in. The members completely agreed that how they're going to actually pull that plan off, as Amanda Dawkins exactly told her team of super criminals that she's already quietly orchestrated it and she ran many simulations and she discovered that in those simulations is the Intergalactic Coalition and the Four Nation Hunters and the Universal Heroes who would gladly exactly help her pull that off, but they have to use them as pawns in order for them to remain victorious as well. On the on the 19th of May, Amanda Darkness secretly convened with Lord Braggley, who is a new Lord of Magic on an ancient, powerful dark crystal cave, who was able to appear on a very dark holographic hologram, where Lord Braggley provided Amanda Darkness with all the intelligence and information on Red Bolt's secret operation and his goals and his plans and his mission. And Amanda Darkness provided Lord Braggley with more intelligence and more information on the intergalactic coalition's goals and future plans to liberating thousands of worlds and planets that are under the sole control of the Shadow Empire, which would benefit him mostly. Lord Braggley, who is known to be the new Lord of Magic, was very quietly completely pleased that Amanda Darkest delivered and uphold her bargain and uphold her deal, and so that he was able to do exactly the same thing. Amanda Darkest exactly told Lord Braggley to keep up his end of the bargain, and she'll keep doing the same thing as well. As the two of them completely agree as well. On the on the on the on the actual on the actual on the actual of the on the 19th of June, Amanda Darkest was able to reconvene with her group of super criminals and exactly gave them a holographic map of all the worlds and planets and all the intelligence and information, stated to them it's time for them to move forward with the next plan of the game, meaning liberation is now at hand, and it's time for them to focus with the sole objective that they were tasked to do. As the super criminals felt very quietly energetic, and they all purposely agreed, what's the full plan, what's the full scope of the plan, as they asked their leader. Amanda Darkest told them that is for them to aid and abet the new ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Order of Death, to make sure that its goals successfully bear fruit, which will benefit them in the long term to liberating thousands of worlds and planets that are under the sole control of the Star Empire and of the Golden Masters, and also against the Dark Order, which will cripple Red Bolt's power, and also his organization and his secret societies control over those worlds, and his influence towards the other known worlds and planets and civilization in the process, which they'll be the ones to soonly benefit from that as well. Despite that, guys, Amanda Darkest is exceptionally skilled in hand-to-hand combat, swordsmanship, archery, bow and arrow, marksmanship, guns, daggers, blades, and ST grenade, super strength, super speed, super limping, and super hearing, and enhanced agility, and enhanced endurance as well. Also possesses the powers of regenerative healing, and also possesses the powers of a Four-Nation Hunter warrior as well, able to use the ancient blades and swords of the Four-Nation Hunters, which she can purposely exactly use herself. She's a direct descendant of the darkest Four-Nation Hunter, of the darkest of the family of the darkest of the Four-Nation Hunter families, who are also part of the ancient group of superheroes known as the Alliance, that were quietly formed many centuries ago, and well in ancient times as well, before Laurel became the Lord of Magic, as he was quietly revered to be now as well. Regardless of the last, Amanda Darkest is very resourceful, very ambitious, and very devoted to her cause and to her mission, and solely to her mission, and she's obligated to it as well, able to work in hand with other super criminals who she's able to coerce and able to offering them a choice to join forces with her, and a choice in order to join forces with her to fight for the greater good, and also for the greater evil as well, for both sides, which could easily benefit them as well in the long term. Despite that, she's very strategic and very powerful, a very powerful tactician, very wise and very noble and very honored Four-Nation Hunter, a very formidable darkest descendant of the darkest family of the Four-Nation Hunter, and very wise and very skeptical and very ruthless, merciless, very skilled in marksmanship. She maintains her usual bases of operation as well as her central headquarters, which she actually uses abandoned caves and abandoned buildings and ancient rogue powerful temples as their basis of operation in order to conceal her operation and her meeting with her team of super villains known as Shady Light, which she's quietly able to form during the early years of her life as well. And she's also the former warden of the Astro Prison, and she was quietly exactly the recent former warden of the Astro Prison. And she's very, very reluctant and very ambitious and very determined woman, a hell of a very determined woman, and very, very, very devoted and obligated to her mission in taking the war against the strongest and most superior super villain known as Red Bolt, who is the founder and leader of the Dark Order, an ancient secret society dedicated in manipulating events, wars, and battles from behind the scenes that works from behind the scenes, and also from the shadows of the sacred world and from the rest of humanity and from the rest of the sacred universe. Regardless, Amanda Darkness has decided to wage war against the Dark Order to take the fight towards Red Bolt in order to neutralize his power and his influence and the Shadow Empire's progress and the Shadow Empire's true progress in conquering worlds and planets and harvesting unlimited amounts of shadow energy and of light magic and light energy from other worlds and planets. Regardless of the less, she cares so much about humanity and for the rest of mankind and for the rest of the Four Nation Hunters, which are people, and she's so solely devoted to protecting them and also to protecting them and guiding them and doing whatever it takes to make sure that they remain safe and not to be totally extinct. She's very good in coercing powerful, deadly criminals and supervillains to working with her. In exchange, she offers them freedom and a chance for them to exactly redeem themselves in the long run by allowing them to join forces with her in order for them to use their abilities and their powers for the greater good and as well for the greater evil, which works for both sides either way. And she can also see the good inside them, and she decided in order for them to use that good, she decided to actually allow the good inside them to save lives and many worlds and planets. She surely believes in a mission and in a goal in liberating thousands of worlds and planets, and she's a founder and leader of Shady Light, which is a powerful group of super criminals that is dedicated with the goal and mission and purpose to waging war and battle against Red Bolt and against the Dark Order, to liberating thousands of worlds and also halting the extraction and the progress of the Shadow Empire from extracting thousands and unlimited amounts of shadow energy and from light energy and also from magic and also from pure light magic from other worlds and planets and civilization across the known universe, and especially throughout the sacred world and the rest of the sacred universe. He doesn't exactly review the universal heroes as threats or anyone as threats, but she will actually take down anyone else who poses a threat to a goal and to a mission by blackmailing them and also by letting them know that she's well aware of the sacred world's existence and she's willing to do whatever it takes to protecting humanity. And if any obstacle that gets in her way, she will mysteriously take it down just with words, or rather with the reassurance that she will definitely take them down. Her greatest and most powerful enemy is Red Bolt and the members of the Dark Order. That is her greatest enemy and her greatest threat, and she's willing to take them down. She has greater resources, and she utilizes her resources and her connections inside the human world and inside the sacred world to take down the forces of evil at any cost. She's very ambitious in her research to learn more about the King of Darkness, and she keeps it to herself in order to learn more about the King of Darkness, who is soon to be dead, or rather soon to be alive, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to find out if he's actually alive, or if he's actually in collusion with the new Lord of Magic and the previous original Lord of Magic, who exactly died many years ago as well. Quietly, not exactly years ago, rather recently after the new Lord of Magic began taking its place. Regardless of the less, he's extremely intelligent, remarkable, brave, honorable, skillful Four Nation Hunter, one of the descendant of the Darkest family, and she's very, very, very ruthless, merciless, and very powerful, deadly, not meant to be underestimated. She's an ancient, supernatural Four Nation Hunter, but she doesn't exactly have the darkest Phoenician Hunter's abilities and powers to manipulating darkness and shadows, and to protecting a shadow man figure to protect her, or the power of teleportation or opening portals. Regardless of that she doesn't have those abilities, she has the original abilities of the Phoenician Hunter, but she's exceptionally dangerous and very quietly deadly. Never, regardless of the last guys, this is just exactly universe just making noise, and she's exactly, I should have actually told you. But either way, guys, I won't be able to upload tomorrow's episode on, I won't be able to upload Friday's episode on YouTube tomorrow. I might actually upload the TikTok episode, or I might actually able to upload the whole video of I might actually able to upload the whole episode of Friday's episode on TikTok, and the shorts, the viewers of the shorts will receive the shorts of the videos as well. Regardless of that, guys, I'm very grateful for your support. Keep liking and subscribing to my channel and to my video. Have a wonderful, blessed, great day. Enjoy yourself and take care of yourself. May God bless you all and have a great day. Amanda Darkest is a founder and leader of a group of supervillains known as Shade Light, with the dedication and goal to liberating more worlds and taking the war against the Dark Order and against Red Bolt, ancient secret society. Well, that's it for today, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Take care, and may God bless you. Love yourself and be safe. Bye. Bye.